What's up, everybody? Welcome to SACM エピソード14でございます。本日私は、心斎橋、大阪の心斎橋に来ております。本日お迎えするゲストは、私が普段結構行っているインターナショナルバーCinquecentoのオーナーです。このインターナショナルバーなんですけども、結構私個人がよく行ってるのでひいきにさせてもらってるんですけども、大阪の中では結構一番落ち着いて、でしかもなんかユニークでっていうのを感じているので、今日は、そちらをご紹介できればと思います。では早速 Let's go! Hey Anthony!
Hey, こんにちは.
How are you?
Good, bro. How are you?
Okay, I'm good as well.はい、では今店内に来ておりますCinquecentoの店内です。本日お迎えするゲストのオーナーのアントニーですね。はい、では、早速なんですけどもアントニーに、いろんな質問をしていきたいと思います。今回ちょっと英語でやっていきますが、英語の勉強と思って皆さんどうか楽しんでください。はい。Okay, Anthony, let's start our interview.
Okay.
So our first question is, please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name's Anthony. I'm from Australia. I've been living in Japan for 24 years now, and I'm the owner of Cinquecento Bar in Osaka.
Okay, thank you. All right, so our second question is, how did you start business in Japan? How did you start this bar? Tell me more about your story.
Sure. So when I originally came to Japan, I came on a working holiday. And I was working in restaurants and bars. And then I got my start in that in Mie-ken.
Oh, okay.
And then I had a friend that I work with. He moved down to Osaka and he was running a bar. So I came down at his request and helped with that. And then from there, I was working in Cinquecento under the original owner, and then I had the opportunity to buy the business and take it over, and from there I've been doing it for 17 years, I guess. So.
Wow, 7 years, super long. Okay. Okay, so I thought you were the original, owner because, but like Cinquecento is Spanish, Italian? Italian, right? But you're from Australia, and I was like, kind of messed up. And now that I know there was a former owner, and you take it over.
But the original owner also wasn't Italian. But
really?
I think the interest in Italy was very strong. So. And originally when the bar opened, everything was 500 yen.
Wow!
So rather than say gohaku or 500, Cinquecento sounds better, I think. So,
Okay, so but the former owner, he was what? Which country was he from?
The former owner was actually the original owner. She was Japanese, but
she was a woman.
The person who ran the bar for her was Canadian. He was kind of a mentor to me in Osaka and showed me how to do everything. And very good, very famous in Osaka.
Oh, really?
His name was Rusty, very famous guy.
Is he still living in Osaka?
Unfortunately, no, he left. He's back in Canada now.
He's back in Canada. Okay. Wow, okay. All right. Tell me more about Cinquecento. What's the concept?
Cinquecento, we try to basically keep everything at a low price. We specialize in martinis. We have 50 different kinds of martinis. All martinis are 500 yen, unless you go for a double size, which is 1,000 yen. Actually, it's 2.5 times the size. We have, as I said, 50 different kinds. We can make some special ones as well that aren't on the menu. And that's the basic concept. Yeah.
Wow. But how, like now the material cost is high, very high. How do you manage the, you're still serving in 500 yen?
It is getting more difficult. Inflation has started to hurt a little, but we've increased the prices of other items on the menu rather than the martinis. So now we only do martinis and other very basic drinks at 500 yen.
Oh yeah. And you guys also have food, right?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the most popular drink or food?
The most popular drink we do would be the espresso martini. It's probably way more of those than anything else. Then I guess depending on the flavor profile you like, French lychee martini is very popular. The Zoolander is very popular. The Pink Pussycat is also very popular. So,
okay. How did you name those martinis?
So a lot of them have just been like, I don't know, you just come up with the name as you go along, or try to keep it funny or something like this. And some of them are actually traditional cocktails, just changed to martini.
Okay, I see. Right. Espresso, what was the name?
Espresso martini.
Espresso martini. めちゃくちゃ美味しいんで、ぜひここに来たら絶対これを飲んでください。Okay, so question 4 is, what makes Cinquecento unique than other international bars in Osaka?
Okay, well, as I previously said, we're unique because of maybe the price range. And we specialize in martinis. Also, the setup of the bar is very popular because everybody can communicate. So people feel comfortable to come alone or in a group.
Yeah.
And it's good. We get equal amounts of Japanese locals as well as international tourists and expats that live in Japan. So I think we're kind of unique in that sense that, mostly the setup of the bar just makes it easy to communicate and,
Yeah, I totally agree because I like to, go to bars, like especially international bars in Osaka. But I'm not going to show a special favor to you, but this is the best bar. I really like it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Very cozy, very nice. Not like people very party, but very good. Okay.
Well, sometimes it gets a bit crazy.
Oh yeah, I saw you have this kind of event you drink from a shoe.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, tell me more about the culture.
So comes from Australia.
Oh, okay, so Australia.
And actually, it was an idea of the manager here, Junior, who he came up with he's like, let's make a SHOEY wall. So if anybody wants to do a SHOEY in here, so basically what you have to do is you buy a beer, you take your shoe off, pour the beer into your shoe, drink it, we'll video it, take photos, your photo goes up on the wall.
Okay.
And we post the video on social media. And everybody's into it and they love it. Bit of Australian culture in Japan.
Wow, dope. SHOEY.
SHOEY.
How do you spell it?
SHOEY.
EY. SHOEY.
So SHOEY. So you just take your shoe, drink from it.
Wow. I'm gonna try it next time.
We can put you on our wall.
Okay. All right. So the question is, do you know any unique history or story between Japan and Australia?
Yeah. Well, I don't know in great detail, but quite recently, a very good friend of mine in Japan, he's actually from England, but he owns a small little house on a small island off Shikoku. And as he was researching some history there, he found out that, I don't even know what year it was, but it was back maybe in the 1700s because Australia was still being settled with convicts and stuff. So Australia has a very dark history in that sense. But so some of those convicts managed to get hold of a ship, and they were trying to sail back to England. But somehow they ended up in Japan, off the coast of Shikoku.
It's the total opposite way.
Yes. But in that time, Japan was still closed off to any foreigners, so they were moored off land, of course, but there was communication back and forth, and it was all recorded in Japanese history, but it kind of got buried, and they didn't realize that they didn't connect everything until recently, and my friend dug all that up and found all that out, so it's very, very new knowledge, but very old story, so
it's
and quite unique.
Yeah, and very interesting. Like, I don't know how the information will, work in academic fields and right.
Yeah, there's a lot of research still going into it now, and my friend Nick, he's the one that's kind of leading that research and everything. He's been interviewed in Australia now and Japan, and it's quite a big thing. So
yeah, it's a huge issue. Okay, how about your like personal, like perspective, like the difference, or like just your personal story, right?
Okay. So 24 years ago, I came to Japan on a working holiday. The reason I chose Japan is I was working in a nightclub in Australia, and every Tuesday night was a Japanese student night. So I was working on the door there. So I got to meet a lot of Japanese people and started to take interest in Japan. So from there, I applied for a working holiday. I found a job in Mieken, working in a kind of Australian restaurant, bar, cafe kind of thing. And then lived in Mieken for, I think it was a year and a half. And then my visa ended, so I traveled back to Australia. Where I met my current wife. So she was on...
Such a lovely story.
So she was a student in Australia at that time, studying English and stuff. And then we met, and her visa ran out, so she came back to Japan. So I chose to come over, visit. I didn't think I was gonna stay, but I fell in love with Japan, and it's a great country.
So at that timing you come to Japan and you didn't go back?
I've been back for a holiday, but no, I've lived in Japan since then.
Wow!
Yeah.
すごい. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your like very private.
No problem.
Okay, all right. Next question. Okay. This will be very interesting. Why do you think people immigrate to other country? Like, I see like you, Australian moving to Japan, but I know many Japanese people want to move to Australia or like other Western countries. Like, why? From your perspective.
From my perspective, I think people get bored with what they get used to, and they want to change something about their life or something. Like for me, I like the structure of Japan. Like things seem to work here. The culture is amazing. People are kind and friendly to each other. People respect each other's things. So that's why I fell in love with Japan. But I think people are searching for something different. So they want to immigrate to other countries where everything is new and fresh and stuff. For Japanese people, I think a lot of people go to Australia because it's the opposite. Things are a bit more relaxed and laid back. The work schedule is much less. Everything is about being outdoors all the time. A lot of so I think it's something different from what you grow up with.
And maybe also your characteristic.
Yeah, exactly. It probably would come down to that a lot. Like that's why, I chose Japan, or people choose Australia, or maybe England or America or Europe, depending on your characteristics and what appeals to you, I guess. But I think, yeah, mostly searching for something that's different.
Yeah. So do you get bored of Japan? Do you get like tired of Japan?
There are some things that frustrate me, but I don't get bored with it. I don't think. For me, Japan's been nothing but good, and it's given me opportunities that maybe I wouldn't have had. And yeah, I definitely not bored at all. Frustrated at times, but I think that's my own frustration from not learning enough of the language or something like this. So
I see.
that frustration comes from myself, not so much living here.
I want you to introduce your merch. You have original merch, right?
Okay, yeah, we have an online store where we sell our original.
Okay.
So we have a bit of everything. We have small coin pouches, which if you live in Japan is very good.
Yeah.
So it keeps all your coins and everything. This is a
coin pouch.
Yeah.
いいですね。はい。
So, and if you are visiting Japan from a foreign country, get one of these because Japan has a lot of coins. We have our 21st anniversary T-shirt from
21st anniversary.
Yes, which we just celebrated in March this year. 21 years of being open.
21周年ですね。
And as you can see, we specialize in martinis, so that's what the design is about.
Yeah.
Just a standard T-shirt with the martini, hoodies, hats, shoes. We actually have a lot more on our site, so please visit our site and buy some merch.
Go shop.
Yes, please.
いや本当にユニークななんか靴とかはかなり珍しいと思います。なんかバーがインターナショナルバーが靴とかをオリジナルで出してるのはぜひオンラインショップチェックしてください。Okay, last questions about Cinquecento.
Yeah.
What's the vision of Cinquecento?
Okay, yes. So my vision for Cinquecento is to pretty much, I want to open Cinquecento in different locations.
Wow.
So
So nice.
I'm currently talking to a couple of people in different areas of Japan. I won't say yet.
Okay.
But people have shown interest, and right now I'm just working out the finer details. Either I will franchise or still be the owner and just open them and have people run them. I'm still working out those finer details. But the vision is to have a Cinquecento in a lot of different cities in Japan.
But like, how many branches like are you thinking of?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think one at a time for now. Like, but hopefully I can build up to maybe 5 or 10 if I'm lucky. I'm getting old, so it's not as easy.
Wow, すごい。So like like it's on the move, right?
It is.
Preparing.
It is. It's It's in the works. It's coming to a town near you.
Yo. わあすごい楽しみですね。2号店が3号店、4号店ともしかしたらオープンするかもしれないということで、You're becoming rich.
I'm working on it.
All right. This will be the last question.
Sure.
Like very Chinatown question.
Okay.
Okay. So it may be hard, but yeah. Okay. So what image do you have, and what potential do you think street dance fashion culture has?
I think it has a big influence on the younger generations, and I don't know. I think it changes every generation, but I see, especially with dance and fashion, it's repeating itself.
Okay.
As my parents always said as well. But I think, my generation that I grew up in, I'm starting to see all that style fashion come back around again, especially with streetwear. Like I grew up in a very like skateboarding and breakdancing and hip hop, and punk and everything like was very big when I was growing up, and now that's coming back around again, but they're tending to blend it all together now. But I think it has a very big influence on the younger generation.
Okay. But not for the old people.
Old people like myself are very stubborn. I mean, I've been stuck in the same kind of fashion sense since I was a teenager, so I don't really change much, but I've noticed, because I have a teenage son, that things he's becoming interested in, like sneakers and stuff like this, are things that I was always interested in at that age. And now his generation's interested in the sneakers that I used to wear when I was that age. So, except the price has increased substantially. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's great that you know, streetwear, fashion, dance as well, like anything to do with like that street culture. I think it's great that it's becoming more of a accepted thing in these days, you know.
So okay, thank you. So the reason we ask this question is because it is why we exist, like why Chinatown exists. We are trying to, you know, produce this street dance fashion culture, you know.
I think it has very big potential for sure. Like it's one of the few like street culture things that hasn't been represented so much with a brand.
Yes, exactly. So very interesting to know about your listen to about your opinion about this topic. And and it's a wrap.
Nice.
Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Thank you.
Thank you. 皆さん、チンクエンチェントのアントニーでした。ぜひチンクエンチェントにお越しください。
またよろしくお願いします。
Okay, see you.
Bye bye.